The following is a presentation of TFNN. The Tom O'Brien Show is produced every business day after the market close. Tom takes your phone calls from 4 to 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time using the data available at that time.
Let's go to a Bill in Boca Raton. Hey, Bill, what's going on?
Not too much. Enjoying the warm weather in Florida just like you, except on the other coast.
Perfect, man. Perfect.
Yep.
Do you listen on the internet right now?
Yes.
Cool, man. Cool.
No, I enjoy that. That's in your Tiger TV and everything. I've been watching you for years, and you've really taken this whole programming to a level that's just phenomenal.
I appreciate it.
And now, here's Tom O'Brien.
Welcome, folks. This is Tom O'Brien of TFNN. We go 5 days a week. We go 2 hours a day. We go 24 hours a day on the internet at TFNN.com. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. Hope everyone had a great day, safe day. Let's make it a great night, folks. Let's take a look at one of our 4 agreements. Ask for what you want. Find the courage to ask for what you want. Others have the right to say yes or no, but you always have the right to ask. Likewise, everyone has the right to ask you for what they want, and you have the right to say yes or no. Market-wise, let's take a look at it out here. We had the Dow up 4, NASDAQ down 11, S&P's up 1, gold contract up $9.10, trading at $1,794 an ounce. Silver up 56 cents at $40.38 an ounce. Platinum up $22 at $1,839 an ounce. Copper up 4.5 pennies at $4.04 a pound. Light sweet crude up 87 cents, trading out at $85.50 a barrel. Bonds up a full point at 138.02. Dollar index down 31.6, trading out at 73.78. Euro up 3 ticks at 144, and the yen is trading at 76.49. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Give us a call, folks. Want to know what's going on in your world? In the world of the S&Ps, let's take a look at them. What do you have? Okay. We get to a 1189 out here today. 1204, rather. 1204.87. 1204 gets over. The 87 gets over Monday's high. You close underneath it. You close sideways. You do 970 million versus 1.1 billion. That B point, folks, was the 1204.49. Couldn't make it. That's your S&Ps. Let's go to the Dow Industrials. You take a look at the Dow. Dow Industrials, same type of setup. What you have with the Dow is this. Dow gets to a price point out here of 11,529. The high out there was the 11,484. Backs off. Doesn't have enough juice. Now, NASDAQ Composite. We go to the Composite. You take a look at the Composite. Composite is just under the B point. The Composite, we're at 2. The number in the Composite is 2555. So Composite, you have a sideways move, back down. You do 1.9 billion versus 2.1. Now let's go to the Russell 2000. The reason I'm going, and I want to show you the Russell 2000, because you got divergence out here. And watch what the divergence is, folks. Russell 2000, sideways move out here today. We're at 704. If we go look at the IWM, what you have inside the IWM, the iShare for it, you did 61 million shares. You sideways move. That 61 million is going into 121 million. Okay, so now what do you have when you put it together? This is what it is. The S&P, oh yeah, let's go to the NDX 100, because the NDX 100 also got over it. NDX 100, we got to a price point today of, I'm using the 3 Qs, we got to 54.42. The B point out there was 54.36. You closed at 53.58. You did 82 million shares. Now watch this. Versus 73 million. So what you did is that you pushed into the B point. You had the volume. It didn't hold the price. That's short-term bearish, longer-term bullish. It's going to go right after the B point again, meaning the 54.36. S&Ps. We go to the SPY. You take a look at the SPY. What we did with the SPY is this. The SPY got to a price point today of 121.20. It was 120.74 you were looking at. We did 222 million versus 258. That divergence is here, folks, and this is what it is. The NDX 100, what the NDX 100 did is this. That got over the high, had the volume, closed underneath it. That says it's going to go for the swing point again. The SPY went over the high, closed underneath it, didn't have the volume, and didn't have the swing. That's a weaker indice. Still sideways. It's not backing off, so I suspect that's going to go for it. And this is why. The small caps, what the small caps did is this. The small caps turned around, and what the small caps did is that the small caps pulled back on lighter volume. All the indices themselves kind of went sideways. What you're going to have out here is that we're going to make another charge for this B point. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Let's go take a look at NTAP, net application, net app. They closed at 41.66. They were down $1.37 today. Numbers go like this. The estimate was, let's see what she has here. Okay, so the estimate was 55 cents, and she's coming in with about 42 cents. She closed at 41.66. It's trading out there at 37. JDSU Uniphase, that closed out here at 11.69. That's trading out at there at 10.56. Numbers go like this on JDS Uniphase. They were looking for 23 cents. They made 23 cents. The top line revenue they were looking for was 472 million, and they did 476. So we'll see where that shakes out. That has been up, down, and all around. Right now, it's been as low as I saw as low as 10.23, as high as the 10.65. The swing point on that baby, by the way, folks, is down there into the 9.69 level. So if it can stay into that 10.83, that's not the end of the world for JDSU. It's particularly not the end of the world because what you do see is JDSU in itself has lots of movement before, after the market, and follow through the next day. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Let's go over and we take, there she goes. Let's go over and take a look at that gold contract again. We have the gold out here. Is that gold today, price spread-wise, 1781 is the low, 1797 is the high. We closed out at 1793. Now, what you have here is that you are coming into the swing point, the swing highs, and you're coming in with dramatically lighter volume. Gold's going to need a lot more volume. I'd really like to see this top not being tested. The reason being is that the highs that we have right now at that 1817 have volume in the GLD and in the actual contract. And if you don't test them right now, you pull back. What that would allow it to do is to build a whole nother floor. And I love to see floors built with higher highs that have volume. You know, we go up and test this bottom line with the type of volume that we have right now to be a drag, because what you have there is that it's dramatically lighter. It's not a small amount lighter. You know, yesterday you had 168,000. You're going against 347. You're going against 399. That's contracts. And today you only had 126. We go up and we take a look at the bond market. What we have with bonds out here, folks. Bonds were up a full point today at the 138.01. You're at 286,000 contracts. That 286,000 contracts is going against 579. So bonds also going to need a lot larger numbers as it gets into those highs. We take a look at some of the high volume stocks out here today. This is what you had. You had Bank of America was up 6 cents. We had Dell down $1.60. Citigroup was down 9. We had Target Corporation up $1.18. J.P. Morgan Chase was up 54. Target, let's go look at the TGT. Target had come out with the numbers. Target's got some juice. Now, this is what you have with TGT. You come into a swing point, the last swing point. This is a classic, too, by the way. Target had gapped higher on the 7th of July. The 6th of July, it had closed at $48.44. 7th July, it's up at 52. What does it do? It's up there with 22 million shares. It backs down with 13 million. What does it do today? It does 21 million shares right into the swing point, has the volume, and gave it up on price. Now, the way Target's set up also, folks, is that you're going to want to buy a retracement on Target. You know, Target opened today at 52.03, sold down all day, but what you have here is that you have a swing point, meaning the $52.13. You're into it with volume, and that's saying it's going to be right back up at those higher levels. So there's some big numbers up here, and they are going into swings, and they're coming into those swings with some nice juice. We go take a look at the financial sector. Let's go over to Citigroup for a second and take a look at Citigroup. What you have with Citigroup, that was a flat market out here today, down 9 pennies. Bank of America, we take a look at Bank of America, BAC, flat market also. JP Morgan Chase, if we go to JP Morgan, she was also flat. We go into the energies, we take a look at energies. Now you got to remember, we're going, this Friday, folks, is option expiration. So you can expect some high volatility coming into Friday, particularly about how we were trading today. Because what you had happen out here today is that you had an acceleration up. It couldn't handle the higher swings. You came down, and it didn't want to handle the lower swings. See, what you have here at the lower swings is this. So I'm going to go back to the SPY just for a second so you can see the deviation that's in here. At the high swing at 120.74, we only needed 258 million shares. You get 226, and it couldn't hold the price. So you have sellers up there. But watch what happens here. As you back down into 118.92, well, because we had so much heavy volume on the way down, that is 487 million. So as soon as it hit that baby, it got into it today and it rejected it again, just like it got into it yesterday. It got in and rejected it. And what you actually have on the SPY is that you actually have a higher high than Monday and a higher low. It's very subtle, but that's what you have inside it. Now, if we go over to the 3 Qs and we look at the 3 Qs, what do you have in that situation? In that situation, you have the same type of setup, and this is what it is. We got into $54.42 with volume. On the backside, when it was coming back down, it gets into $53.69 with 82 million shares versus 143. Now, it's got to get back over that $53.69, which is 10 cents away from where it is right now. You know, we'll see if it can actually get into those levels. If we go up and we take a look at Google, what you had with Google out here today, Google was down 585. Inside the NDX 100, let's see what the strength was. So the strength inside the NDX 100 today was Whole Foods, was Activision, Infosystems, and Costco Wholesale. What the laggards were Dell Corporation, First Solar, Dollar Tree, and Seagate Technology. This is Tom O'Brien. This is TFNN. You stay right there, folks. We're coming right back.